Hey, big spenders. It's Tuesday. Um, Excuse me. I just chugged a mug of coffee. And there we go. Sorry about that. Um, yeah, it's Tuesday and we are in heat wave hell. It's, I don't know what the heat index was yesterday. I didn't look to see where it finally landed, but like the day before in Belleville, it got up to 130 heat index. Point of reference, I've never experienced it above 115, and that's bad enough. So, because heat and sun are huge migraine triggers for me, I've been doing nothing. I have been cooped up in the house, and I am losing my fucking mind. I did leave yesterday out of necessity. I had my first migraine treatment, and happy to report it went well. They were starting slow and still actually kind of overdid it a little bit. But I feel okay today, and I'm surprised. But yeah, I'm feeling hopeful, cautiously hopeful. And I'm wondering what this is going to look like in November when I get to go to New Orleans. I I don't know. It's my body has been such a mystery since 2017 when I busted my knees. It's just been one thing after one big thing after one more big thing. And I'm wondering how much of my abilities I'll have back and what that means for what I'll be able to do and experience. And I'm excited and oddly a little nervous. It feels like there's a lot riding on this, and that if I do get these abilities somewhat restored, I'm feeling pressure from myself to make sure I use them. So I don't know. We'll see. I start my home treatment today because I'm in the clinic 2 days a week for treatment, and then the other 5 days I have home treatments, and it's supposed to be 2 sessions a day, 4 hours apart. However, my vestibular system is such a delicate flower that my doctor said, let's start at 1. We'll go from there. So we'll see. My friend Jade keeps sending me Facebook or Instagram accounts and stuff from New Orleans. She's going to be down there at the same time I am. And so that's getting exciting. It's so long. It's so far away. It's November. Yeah. And I'm so restless right now. And I know part of it's the heat. And part of it is it's financial rebuilding time, which I'm doing. Work has been coming in. I've had some freelance stuff. After I finish this, I've been spending the past few days doing an SEO optimization on a website for a fairly big local business, which is pretty cool. And it's like, wow, I remember how to do this, and I know more about it than I realized. And I got laid off in March of last year, so I haven't done any optimized writing since then. So, and the odd thing is, I'm enjoying it. It's because now I don't have this whole corporate structure sitting on my head, treating me like a machine to get it done. and get it done right and get it done now, I'm able to work on it. Like yesterday, I worked on it for 3.5 hours, and then I made myself stop so I'd have energy for my treatment. And it was good. It worked. And since it's too hot to go do anything today, I'm gonna do my home exercises and then I'm gonna work. And that's where life is right now. And that's okay. Yeah, I'm still thinking about doing some touristy stuff here in St. Louis and the surrounding areas and writing about that, but I'm not at that point yet. It's too hot. I'm really zeroed in on this vestibular therapy right now. I have to be. Everything I do in the future kind of rides on it. So it's not a fun time right now, but it's a necessary time, and November will be here soon enough. And I'll hopefully be in celebration mode. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know what to post since I'm not traveling. I'm kind of at an impasse. I don't know what to talk to you guys about since I'm not traveling. And since travel is kind of out of my head right now. One thing I've thought about is because yes, I am a travel agent. I guess I should actually start marketing that. I kind of sucked at it. Oh no, I've really sucked at that. I've just totally have dropped the ball on it. But I do have a client who's getting ready in like the next 2 weeks, I think, getting ready to leave on a huge trip I booked. And I'm really excited for them, and I'm nervous because I want to make sure I got everything right. And there were so many moving parts on this trip. And this is my first big trip that I've booked for somebody. It's a family of 4, mom and dad, and 2 daughters in their early teens, preteen phase, for lack of a better term. And they planned this rather spur of the moment. The parameters were they wanted to go to the Canadian Rockies, specifically Banff. I know nothing about the Canadian Rockies. Well, I do now. I've learned a bunch. I had to learn a bunch about the Canadian Rockies. Dad wanted to incorporate a train trip, and they had loyalty points from like a ton of loyalty points from 2 different credit cards that they wanted to use. And this is an expensive trip. And they have a budget, or they had a budget, and so I had to figure out how to take that budget and the points and find the best ways to make this financially work, to make it work time-wise, because they have a time limit because the girls are going back to school soon. And a lot of stuff was already sold out by the time we did the scheduling in June. So I was limited on what I could work with. And super easy clients. Super easy. None of this was, there were no difficulties based on them. There were just a lot of factors. And we ran into one issue with the points on one of the cards, but we got that straightened out. And yeah, this trip that should have cost over $15,000 came in around $10,000. I did that. I'm pretty pleased with that. It's like, okay, this is definitely a skill. This is definitely, And I can see, you know, I enjoy doing that. I can see why other people might not. Had another client, a good friend, um, who was flying cross country and had also some specific parameters on timing and had a budget and was just like, I can't handle trying to find the best way to do this. It's too much for me. It's not how my brain works. I'm like, okay, it's how my brain works. Let me have it and I'll get you figured out. And got that figured. It's cross country flight. It was from California to the East Coast and back, and it all worked. So I think I'm a little amazed. It's like, okay, I'm making this work. But that's one of the things I'm doing this week, in addition to working on this website that has nothing to do with anything travel related, is I need to go through this Canadian Rockies trip before they go and make sure I have everything meticulously in order, because I don't want any screw ups on my part. And the other thing was, they were, because of the way the train trip works, they also were kind of limited on their amount of time. Like I said, a lot of factors, as we all have. But yeah, figuring out how to get them, how to have the least amount of wasted time and least amount of wasted money, and not have them spend their entire trip in transit, except for the train part, because that's kind of the whole point. And it's a fancy train, man. It's really cool. It's one of those. It would give me a headache. I would be so sick on it, I'm sure. But it goes into it's a glass top, so you can get the panorama of everything as they go into the mountains. But yeah, it's had them. They're going to be flying into Vancouver and spending a night in Vancouver, and then boarding the train very early the next morning. They'll have a little bit of time to maybe squeeze in one or two things in Vancouver. And the train doesn't have sleeper cars, so they do stop. There's one overnight in a hotel. Got that all arranged. And then they continue on to Banff, and then they've got a couple of days there. Taking the train back isn't an option, because the train is the really pricey part of the trip, and it's also it's a 2-day thing. And they've already done it, so I have them flying home out of Calgary. And we made it work, I think. I hope. Like I said, I'm going to double check everything. That's on my agenda this week. So anyway, and I guess I can write about that. I don't know. I'm kind of waiting for, well, maybe I'll write about the planning part, and then when they get back, I'll talk to them and see if they'll let me write about their trip. So I don't know. I'm figuring it out. If there's anything travel related you would like to have me write about during this phase where I'm not going anywhere, let me know, because I need some ideas. Because I'm gonna keep this moving, and that's how you keep things moving. And I know I'm gonna write about, God, the places where I want to be, because I am filled with longing and yearning on places I would rather be right now. So anyway, thanks for your support. Love y'all.